Hey everybody, it's me, DeoGenZ, coming at you with another Friday Pokemon Battles. We got 3 versus 3 in the ORAS singles. So this allows you to use anything you want, from Ubers to NU. And so your team has to be pretty much ready for anything. And one of the fun parts about doing single matches, although they only allow you to do a 3 versus 3, is that they show your entire team of 6. So there's this element of prediction at play here. One of my favorite host countries, I suppose you could call it, to battle are people from Japan. Man, they are super strategic, have interesting teams, and they are not afraid to switch. As you can see, this guy wasn't this entire match. He kept trying to weaken my attack with his Gyarados, a good strategy. Very interesting that it has a Thunder Wave. I will admit, I haven't seen that on many Gyarados that I've battled before. What is pretty cool though, is how hard this Cherim is fighting to hold on. Through all the intimidation tactics, now you can see it's really not doing much of anything. I was trying to get the Power Whip on the Gyarados there, just trying to predict a switch, but Paralyzation prevented me anyway. So then Charizard comes to the field, and my thought is, yeah, get the hell out of here, Ferrothorn, with your 4 times weakness. I don't need none of that. And it barely touches my Jellicent. And on top of that, it would have gotten the Cursed Body on him. Cursed Body is an effect, it's an ability that if the foe touches you in a physical manner, it has the potential to burn that foe. So you could see for metagame how that can be so useful in the way that you send Jellicent out there to mop up any physical damage, and at the same time you have the secondary effect of potentially burning that foe, which will then cut their attack power in half. Oh, and a tip about the metagame if you're not familiar with it: if you change out your Pokemon, if you switch them out, all of their status alterations in terms of have their stats been altered by infinite Gyarados switch outs and the intimidation tactics have worn on your physical attack. Right there I failed to do the right thing and switch out on time, but quite frankly, with Ferrothorn being so paralyzed and that Cherim continuing to return to life, I didn't think that Ferrothorn was going to kick it. So now I swapped up for some bigger power with Tyranitar here. And bam, you can see with no intimidation from the Gyarados, at full power, it's strong and knocks it out, combined with the burn from Jellicent and the Sandstorm. Sandstorm, more times than not, you would be surprised, finishes a match in a good way. You know, a Pokemon can really hold on and prevent you from getting a one-hit KO and then have to sustain that damage that they'll do the next turn. You can prevent that big time with using Sandstorm and sometimes Protect. I wasn't running that on this set. I will in future though. Now Jellicent's one of my favorite. I don't see it being used very often in really any of the metagame, as often as it was in the past. But I highly recommend using it. You know, that I love Pokemon with fun abilities, and that Cursed Body thing is such a benefit. Gyarados here, I was expecting for it to Mega Evolve. However, since it's got the Thunder Wave going on for it and no Dragon Dance, pretty much can cancel out that notion. But Jellicent's great because you can disable most physical attackers so long as they don't have a Swords Dance or Dragon Dance to undo the damage done by burn, or by the burn status. So you know, not only are you losing health every turn with a burn, but that also cuts the Pokemon inflicted with a burn, their physical attack right in half. So the benefit about doing these battle videos is that, you know, from an evolution standpoint of content that I've done before, Pokemon of the Week, you know, the effort value expertise guide, things like that, now you get to see it put into practice here against actual Pokemon, where in metagame play, that's what matters. You need to test all your theories out. That Dragon Claw will win me the match. Surprisingly, he didn't do any sort of Dragon Dance, but hey, that's his prerogative.